The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
All right, welcome to the Jesse Blake Sports Report. Whether this is your first time here, your last time here, or somewhere in between, I appreciate that you're here today so that we can make our March Madness bracket.
Let's go.
Tourney starts on Thursday, the play-in part of the tournament, because there's 68 teams now. That's nonsense. There'll be 64, but whatever. Starts on Wednesday/Tuesday, but we're doing the 64 bracket. I got my friends here, Steve Dangle, Adam Wylde, Maddie Smith behind the camera. She's going to pop over and make her bracket. Steve Dangle, you are up first. Make your bracket. Go.
Well, it's me, college basketball knower. So I'm going to go with Connecticut in the first against Stetson. Florida Atlantic versus Northwestern. Florida Atlantic's a stupid name. I'm going
Can we
with
get the
Northwestern.
picture, Maddie? Thank you.
SDSU versus UAB. Those are both really off-putting acronyms. I'm going to go with the first one.
Steve Dangle, SD in there.
Yes,
right?
it sounds like SDP a little bit if you're drunk. Auburn versus Yale. Auburn is an underrated color. I'm going with that. BYU versus Duke.
Scroll up a little.
I'm gonna what?
It's just so.
I see. I see. That's Duke, right? Everyone calls that school
Duquesne.
Duke.
No.
Yeah,
Not Duke.
So everyone knows Duke.
Yeah, that's
so
not
I'm going to
Duke,
go with
it's
Duke.
Duquesne.
We got Illinois versus Moorhead. Who doesn't want more of that? So we got that. I believe we have Washington Street versus Drake.
Like Aubrey? What?
I'm going to go with Washington Street on this one. Next, we have Iowa Street versus Dakota Street.
South Dakota Street.
You know what? Wait, what is it?
South Dakota
Street. My bad. Iowa's ranked much higher, so I'm going to go with them. Now, we have Houston versus Longwood. I think we all know which one I'm going with there. Nebraska.
You picked the Longwood.
Are you going with Nebraska or Texas S&M, Steve?
ATM, actually, and I think that's money in the bank. We have Wisconsin versus James Madison. Wisconsin is a whole team. James Madison is just one guy. That's an easy pick for me. Duke versus Vermont. I think Duke is going to win in this conference also. Texas Tech versus NC State. Or first state team. I'm going to go with Texas Tech, though. Kentucky versus Oakland. Finally, two teams named after places that I recognize. I'm going to go with Kentucky. Florida versus BSU/Colo. Well, that's two teams. I'm going with that one.
Yeah, those are two teams in the play-in part of the tournament.
Easily. And then we got Marquette versus Western Kentucky. I'm going to go with Marcus.
You've only done half of the first round. Like, you got to speed.
Oh, yeah. You gotta
Wait.
go.
Oh, my God. Holy shit. North Carolina versus How and Why. I'm going to go with North Carolina. Mississippi Street versus Michigan Street. I prefer Michigan. St. Mary's versus Grand Canyon. That's a high school in Pickering, but I'm going to pick them anyway for the upset. Alabama versus Charleston. Alabama, you bet. Clemson versus New Mexico. Clementines. I like them. Baylor versus Colgate. I think Colgate is going to brush their teeth with the competition. Dayton versus Nevada. I'm going to go Dayton. Arizona versus Long Beach Street. Arizona takes that one. Purdue versus I'm not reading all that. Purdue, Utah Street versus TCU. We're going to go Utah State. Gonzaga versus McNeese. McNeese is stupid. Gonzaga. Kansas versus Samford. Sanford isn't even the best Ford in this bracket. I'm going to go with Kansas. South Carolina versus Oregon. South Carolina. Creighton versus Akron. I'm going to go with LeBron James on this one. Texas versus the Uvula. I'm going to go with Texas. And Tennessee versus St. Peter's. You know what? I went to Catholic school. Let's go St. Peter's.
Now you got to do the second round.
On this one, second one. Connecticut connects the dots against Northwestern. The SDP is finally defeated by Auburn. Duke. You know what? I think Moorhead beats Duke. Washington Street versus Iowa Street. I think Iowa Street comes out on top. Big old dick. We got Wisconsin versus Duke. I think Duke again. Texas Tech versus Kentucky. I go Kentucky. There's still 2 teams versus 1, so I go with them. North Carolina versus Michigan Street. I think North Carolina continues to raise up. I think Pickering is finally defeated by Alabama. Clemson versus Colgate. I go with Clemson. Dayton versus Arizona. Arizona and the Birds, or whatever they are, continues. Texas versus St. Peter's. I think the Devil wins that one. South Carolina beats Akron. Gonzaga beats Kansas.
A Longhorn.
And yes, the Longhorns. And Purdue tells Utah, you don't beat us. So then we go.
Round of 16.
Round of 16. Connecticut beats Auburn. We still want it. Kentucky. And you know what? Continue the meme.
Hey,
and then
Longwood.
we go down to, yes, you get it. Then I picked the 2 good ones. And we're going to go all favorites there because Cinderella stories are dumb.
Okay, you're picking your final 4 now.
I'm picking my final 4. Connecticut finally ends Moorhead's streak. And I think Kentucky beats that Longwood energy. So it'll be Connecticut versus Kentucky.
Okay.
Then we get Carolina versus Arizona. I'm going to go with Carolina, and I accidentally clicked Purdue, so we're going to go Purdue. So what do we got?
In the middle there's your final 4.
We have Connecticut
versus... got a lot of the 1 seeds. 3 of the 4 are the 1 seeds.
I think Petey Pablo's go on, and Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
And then I think...
Hey, hold on. Vince Carter went to North Carolina.
And that's why we're going Kentucky
Oh.
for the national championship.
And then just write in your final score there as the tiebreaker.
I'm going to go with, because it's college basketball and the scores are awful, I'm going to go 66 to 69.
Hey, there you go. All right. So we're going to switch seats. Adam Wylde's going to be up next. Let me just set it up for him so he can sign
We got to
in
do all of
and make
us?
his bracket. Yep. All right, Adam Wylde.
All right.
Adam Wylde's up next. How do you make your
turn.
bracket?
My turn. Listen, mine is not going to be anywhere close to as entertaining as Steve was. But I think what the smart thing to do is pick all the best seeds.
No, just pick the teams with a funny name.
Okay, so I'm going Connecticut. I'm going Florida Atlantic. They really need you to know where they are. They're on the Atlantic side of Florida.
Yeah, not the Pacific one.
I'm going with the Steve Dangle SU. I'm going with Yale. Oh, I'm getting crazy. You know why? Because Auburn isn't an underrated color.
Yes,
It's
it is.
fine. It's totally fine.
Oh, dear.
Duquesne, the Duke of the East. I think you called it, right?
Yes.
Moorhead State. How do you not go?
Let's go!
Moorhead State. Now, my family all went to Washington State, so I got to pick the Cougs. Okay, going Cougs on that one.
Scroll up a little.
Oh, sorry. Okay. And then Iowa. Let's go South Dakota.
Okay.
Why not? Let's get crazy. Yeah, why
South.
not? Now, do I go with the team that's the number 1 seed or the team with the funny name? You know, Longwood versus Houston.
Dick.
Right? I'm going with Houston.
It's aggressive.
Texas A&M, Wisconsin. No, James Madison, because he was like the 4th
nice.
president. I can't ever vote against Duke because they've won too many
He's
times.
not going to win. He's dead.
How's he going to play basketball?
You're an idiot.
I just like when people say North Carolina State, so I'm going with North Carolina State. Kentucky. Kentucky. Florida will beat both of those
can't
teams.
do it.
BSU versus Colo. And then Marquette and West Kentucky.
It's actually Bartolo Colon.
Let's go with
That school.
I want West Kentucky to take on Kentucky for a battle of Kentucky.
You're going to make them meet in the bracket?
Who really truly owns Kentucky?
Ooh.
We're going to find out.
Who's the champ
You're
of
not
Kentucky?
even big enough to represent all of Kentucky. You suck.
North Carolina will win because of Vince Carter going there.
Okay.
Michigan State because they're close.
Yeah.
St. Mary's because it's a university in Grand Canyon. I haven't even heard of Grand Canyon.
I believe it's a canyon.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I've been to the Grand Canyon.
There
I didn't see any
competing in basketball.
I did not see any universities in the Grand Canyon when I was there.
You didn't go down far.
I guess not. Maybe I should pick it.
Rocks.
Damn,
There's
you're
a school there too.
cool.
Alabama versus
Good basketball.
Charleston.
You got to scroll.
Ooh, I got to scroll. Alabama versus Charleston. This is the most I can scroll. This is the most it'll allow me to do. So, you know what? Let's go Alabama. Let's go Clemson because I'm sorry, New Mexico, you're not taking on Clemson. And then Colgate for your teeth or Baylor because they're good.
They had a Cinderella run a couple of years ago.
Colgate did?
Everybody was so amped on them because of the teeth thing.
I'm going with Baylor. I've been to Dayton, Ohio, so I'm taking Dayton.
Okay.
And Arizona Street. No, Long Beach for sure. Long Beach Street.
All right. Now the Midwest side of the bracket.
That's my favorite side.
That's where Snoop Dogg's from. He's mentioned it in many songs.
Has Purdue. I'm taking you. Okay, now you go. What's TCU, Jesse?
They're the Horned Frogs.
The horn. I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Gonzaga, which is my cousin's second choice for university. She chose Washington State instead. We're going with Gonzaga. Kansas State because Andrew Wiggins went there. Or that's just Kansas. Because they got the third, right?
Yeah,
I'm going with that.
You're good.
South Carolina or Oregon? What do we think, guys? South Carolina. Let's go South Carolina.
Oh.
Let's go South Carolina.
You don't want Nike owned Oregon?
No, I don't. Akron, Ohio, because I've been to Ohio. Let's go. I've never been to Creighton.
Let's go LeBron.
Texas. And then I'm going, St. Peter's. Is St. Peter's like St. Petersburg or it's just St. Peter's?
I
St. Petersburg, Florida.
I'm not sure. I don't. I think it's the religious figure.
Okay,
It belongs to the Saints.
we're good. So, being not a religious man, I'm going with Tennessee.
Wow. Godless Tennessee.
I'm going with heathen Tennessee. Wow. All right, so we're going back up to the top here. Because Tennessee's known for its agnosticism. All right, let's go with Florida Atlantic or Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Do we go with Florida? Let's go with Florida.
Oh, that's an upset.
Wow.
UConn won it last year, and a lot of people want them to repeat. They're picking them to repeat.
Let's go with SDSU. Still don't know where or what.
San Diego.
Well, that's where Steve's taking us.
Oh, man. Now I'm regretting my pick. I love San Diego a lot. Never been, but.
I'm going with Moorhead because, to quote Steve, who wouldn't?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Washington Cougars, absolutely, they're going through. Houston. So this is a great one because we got Houston taking on Texas, right?
Battle of Texas.
And I think Houston's going to take it.
Oh, the Aggies are going down.
That's right. Now, James Madison is going to take them on. Duke.
No.
How do you go against Duke? You can't go against Duke.
No.
You can't.
Not
you
a Duke guy.
They're going to put up there themselves.
The Dukes.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Clever.
North Carolina State or Kentucky?
Hybrid.
Ooh, Kentucky it is because we want an all Kentucky 16 there, right? Isn't that the final 16 or what do they call it?
Yeah.
And then, North Carolina versus Michigan. I'm going North Carolina because of Vince Carter. Grand Canyon, where they're hiding a university.
In the Grand
Canyon versus...
Like a Bond villain.
The commute must be crazy.
Yeah,
Awful. Imagine you're tired and hungover, and then you got to rappel.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's crazy.
Get out.
Yeah. Oh, you just got to stay there.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you like heights, Grand Canyon is for you. If you don't like heights, Grand Canyon is not.
You drop your coffee.
Oh, dude, I was so terrified there. And here's the thing: the pathway is like 2 feet wide, and then there's ice on it.
Oh,
because it's often cold there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no thanks.
So that school must have hardened athletes.
That absolutely. I'm going with Clemson over Baylor. Bit of an upset.
Yeah,
but I like Clemson.
Yeah.
I'm going with Dayton again because it's
taking longer than Steve's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just
You're
go.
bad at this. Get good like me.
I'm just going. Okay. I'm going Gonzaga over Kansas. I'm going Carolina. Texas. Who wins? Texas or Tennessee? Tennessee. That's right. Godless Tennessee. And then we're going with San Diego State. Because that's where Steve's taking us.
Yeah. Which doesn't really make sense. San Diego State University.
That's right. It's a
wait a minute. San Diego's not a state.
But that's the name of the place.
Maybe they tried to break away like Quebec.
Like, I don't understand American schools because they're all like the place is all. There's a university of what is it, Florida and Ohio?
Yeah, because state-funded universities are and like so San Diego State is state,
and they're all called something like the Corn Cob.
Yeah,
like, it's stupid.
I'm going with Duke over Houston. Who's going to take Kentucky? That's right, it's West Kentucky.
Oh,
West Kentucky's going deep.
Number 15,
That's
West Kentucky in the Elite Eight.
That's right. Now, North Carolina is unfortunately going to take out the school they're hiding in the Grand Canyon. I'm sorry.
Darn it.
Clemson versus Dayton. As much as I like Ohio, said no one. I'm going with Clemson. And then Purdue, Gonzaga. Oh, Purdue. And then from here on out, I think you just take the highest seed, except for the Cougars, who are going. And then, okay, so we got that.
Duke, you got to do Duke, Kentucky.
Duke, Kentucky, where's that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Now I'm losing it on I'm going Duke.
You're going to do Duke?
Sorry, West Kentucky. It was a fun run.
Final four, and then you need two more.
Okay, I want 2 1 seats.
North Carolina.
What if we had 2 orange teams and we can't tell them apart?
Oh,
let's do it.
The Orange Derby.
That's right. Tennessee.
And Bulldogs, I want to say.
Okay.
What are you looking at me for?
By the way, can I tell you guys something? I always love when people are like, I am an expert at this.
Oh,
I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
You can't watch 68 teams. You don't know.
No.
You did a little reading before this conversation.
100%.
Washington State is going all the way to the finals. Go Cougs. All right.
Street.
And then we're going Duke on the other end.
Wow.
And we're going Cougs to win.
Whoa.
That's right. And it's going to be 72 to 71.
It comes to the last shot.
That's right. It's a
Game
fight.
winner.
And it's going to be Cougs. Fight.
Greatest
Cougs.
game ever.
Let's
Adam
go.
likes finals games where people leave crying.
I want to see children and I want to see tears in their eyes.
Damn.
All right. Is Maddie jumping on
Maddie's
camera to
up
do this?
next. And now Maddie Smith is up to make her
Let's go, Maddie.
Thanks
Mad
for-
dog.
This
Ow!
is my debut. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. You don't have to have headphones if you don't want.
Maddie, we're waiting for you to
Okay.
pick.
Yeah.
Connecticut
Okay.
or-
Pick away.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, I've never seen an NCAA game in my life, so we're gonna see how this goes.
That means you're probably going to win.
You know what?
What's your
That
strategy
would
here?
Be a crazy upset.
Like, what's your strategy, Maddie? You can do anything. Like, some people go all high seed, some people go all low seed. Like, what do you think you're going to do here? You can do anything you want. Do you like the names? Do you like the colors?
I think I'm just gonna go off vibes.
You're going off vibes.
Yeah,
All right, let's
I'm
go.
just like I like Connecticut. One of my favorite shows, Gilmore Girls, is filmed there.
I think that's fair.
Northwestern or Florida Atlantic. I'm gonna go Northwestern because I think the past couple of answers have been North or Florida Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
No idea where these places are. UAB and SSU. Okay. UAB. Let's go there. I like the sound of that. That's fun to say.
Nice pick.
Auburn or Yale? I'm gonna go Auburn because it's like a nice. That's a nice color. BYU or Duke.
Brigham
What I
Young
have to say
University.
I'm not gonna do BYU because they're a pretty problematic school.
Yeah. They're very religious.
So I'm gonna skip that one. If you've ever seen BYU interviews with students,
I have not.
you should look it up
they
on
trend
TikTok.
on TikTok a lot.
Okay.
It's an interesting watch for sure.
Okay.
Illinois versus Moorhead Street. That's fun. Washington or Drake. Love Drake from Toronto. Great person. Iowa Street or Dakota Street. You know what? Let's go South Dakota.
Oh.
Houston versus Longwood. I'm gonna do Longwood because that's funny. Nebraska and Texas A&M. Nebraska. Wisconsin versus James Madison. I've never heard of that university. I'm gonna go that one.
I think that's 3 straight on James Madison.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
liking James Madison.
I mean, I'm a Madeline, but I got
there you
nothing
go.
against
That makes
Madison.
sense. Yeah.
Duke versus Vermont. Duke is a sports school, so I'm definitely gonna go Duke. Texas Tech. There's a lot of Texases here. North Carolina State or Texas Tech. You know what? Let's do Carolina.
I love that. By the way,
Yeah.
Jesse just was like, "Hey guys, this is what you're doing today." And we're like, "All right."
Yeah, no,
We
I
all agreed to it last week.
I know, but you know that we forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot about this. I didn't even know I was gonna come on for this.
I asked you last week.
did, but I was like, oh, am I gonna be on camera? I don't know. Didn't even get myself together for today. Kentucky versus Oakland.
Give you 3 days of heads up.
Not enough time. Not nearly enough.
Hey, listen, I had a fun St. Patrick's weekend. That was why I was forgetful. Kentucky versus Oakland, Kentucky. Florida versus BSU / is that Colorado? What is this?
Colgate?
Colgate?
No, it's not Colgate.
No, you're not.
ESU
Colgate?
Colo. I don't know. What
I can't
Colo
see
is.
from here.
Let's go Colo.
All right. All right.
Marquette versus, was that West Kentucky? What does that mean?
Yeah, West Kentucky.
No, I don't like West Kentucky.
Wow.
Marquette. North Carolina. Let's keep the Carolina train going. Mississippi versus Michigan. I'm gonna go. Let's go Michigan.
Okay.
St. Mary's. Also, yeah, I have a few friends that went to St. Mary's, that high school in Pickering. So, shout out to St. Mary's.
The university?
No. Alabama versus Charleston. Roll Tide. Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Let's go.
Clemson versus New Mexico.
Don't care about nothing but the Tide.
Nothing but the Tide. Let's go Clemson. Yeah. I like the little paw as their little logo. Baylor versus Colgate. Colgate, duh. Dayton and Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go Nevada.
Going Nevada.
I
Interesting.
kind of, yeah. Arizona versus Long Beach. Gonna go Arizona. Austin Matthews is from there. Purdue versus Graham. What is MTST/Graham? I want to know why these certain universities have like slashes between them. I'm like, why do you have two names?
They're in the play-in part of the tournament. So they now have 68 teams, and the final 4 spots they play on Tuesday and Wednesday to make the tournament. So that's why there's a slash. Yeah, because we're not sure which team is going to get
it's going to be
spot.
okay. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay. Well, we'll go with Graham because I like that name. Utah versus TCU. What is TCU? You know what? Utah Street. Gonzaga versus McNeese.
Or Cheese McNeese. Let's go.
I'm gonna go McNeese because that's my neighbor's last name.
Okay.
So I'll do that one. Kansas versus Samford. Let's go Kansas. South Carolina. Keep the Carolina train going. Creighton versus. I thought that said Akron for a second. And I got excited.
TCU, by the way, is
Akron.
Texas Christian University.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, don't you forget it.
Listen, Beyonce sent her song, This Ain't Texas, so it's not going to be Texas for this one. It's going to be CSU.
I like that. I like that.
Tennessee versus St. Pete's. Let's go Tennessee. Okay. Oh my God, I keep forgetting. I have to
Yeah, and we're all just on round 2
Sorry,
now.
I'm going to speed up.
Yeah. All good.
Connecticut, Northwestern. Let's go. It's still Connecticut. Go Gilmore Girls. UAB versus Auburn. Let's go Auburn. Still a nice color. I'm going to do Moorhead because it's easier to say. Drake versus South Dakota. I mean, let's go Drake. He started from the bottom. Now he's here.
True.
Facts.
Longwood versus Nebraska. Nebraska. James Madison versus Duke. I mean, I feel like I just know Duke is like a good sports university, so I'm just like, I feel like they're a safe bet. North Carolina versus Kentucky. You know what? Kentucky's not gonna make it as far.
Oh.
We're gonna break that cycle with me. Colo versus Marquette. Let's go Marquette. North Carolina versus Michigan State. Let's go Michigan. St. Mary's, Alabama.
I like that.
St. Mary's, keep it going.
All right.
Clemson, Colgate, Nevada, Arizona.
Oh, she's taking the teeth. Let's go.
I'm just fucking, let's just wheel and deal here.
Yeah, let's go.
Utah, McNeese,
There you go.
Akron.
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 Listen, I want it to be Akon so bad.
It's close.
Tennessee. And Connecticut, Auburn. Or Connecticut, that's what Steve likes to say.
Oh, Connecticut over Auburn. Nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's all
And
for the
Duke.
Gilmore Girls. Are Gilmore
It's all
Girls
for the
going to
Gilmore
win?
Girls. Ooh.
Are they going to
Think
win?
about this.
Duke, Connecticut. Who you got?
You know what? Sorry, Lorelai. We gotta go with
Oh, Duke in the Final Four.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the bottom half.
This one. Yeah, I'm like getting confused now as this like advances. Drake. Connecticut. Marquette. Wait, how do I do this now? Do I pick? Oh, I see. Wait,
There you go.
There you go.
there, and then do I scroll down?
Yeah, scroll down to the bottom. Yeah, to the Midwest and West. So pick your Final
Okay.
Four from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go Michigan. Sorry, St. Mary's.
Oh,
And then who are
it was
they?
a good run.
Colgate.
Oh, Colgate.
yeah.
Wow. Upset.
And this one's getting crazy. Utah or McNeese. Let's go McNeese. I've never heard of that place. Akron. Akron and Colgate.
Okay, so we got our Final Four.
Okay. It's Akron,
So you
by the
go-
way, but Akron.
like saying-
So in the
right.
middle
Committed to
there,
saying Akron.
you got Duke versus Colgate and Akon versus.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry, Drake versus Colgate.
You also didn't pick a winner of NC State and Marquette, so you have to go up. Go up. There you go. Oh, no, you did. Yeah,
No,
you
I
did.
didn't
No,
pick-
Duke.
Yeah,
Did she pick one, Duke Marquette? Okay, you did. Never
yeah,
mind.
you're all
Yeah.
good. You're all
I'm a
good.
liar.
All right, so
Good.
pick your winners out of the Final Four in the middle section there.
Wait, here.
No, so up in the middle.
Oh, here we
right?
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
okay.
you go.
Yeah, Drake versus Duke, and then
Drake,
Duke's
Duke.
gonna win. Duke's gonna win.
Duke wins
Yeah,
over Drake.
yeah.
What's the final score there?
I'm gonna go. Oh, it faded.
Oh no, keep going. You're good.
No, it went to.
She can't see it.
There's nothing on here.
Yeah, it faded on there.
Like
yeah.
faded on
Can
here.
you do it from there?
Oh, maybe I can.
You can't. Oh, all right.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, Maddie, what's the score going to be?
Let's do. I want to be like. I like what Adam did with the really close.
Oh, yeah, you got to make it so that there's tears. I want to see sadness in people's eyes.
I'm gonna do one more point than you. Differential. 80-78 is what they win by.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie.
Thanks for having me.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Adam, what do you think the prize should be?
The prize. Ooh, that's a really good question. Like, it's got to be something fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you know? Like, because here's the thing. I rarely participate in these because I usually get my ass kicked. So I don't know what like the norm thing is. Like, do you have ones with other friends that you've done before where you've been like, is it money? Is it?
It's strictly money. Like I've only ever played for money. Yeah.
Okay. Now I feel like winner gets coffee by loser for a month.
No.
Is that too much?
Too much.
For
yeah.
a week?
I think the day after the tournament, when the championship's handed out, all the points are tallied, that person, the loser, has to come in and buy something for the winner. So last place has to buy something for first place. You know, whether it's their coffee in the morning or like a donut from across the street, we can
is
do
there
that.
a dollar amount like, are we putting a value on that?
Something
'Cause
like
I could run up a tab pretty quick.
coffee shop from a coffee shop. Yeah, of their choosing. That
Now-
person has to go get it that day.
Steve is currently in the bathroom, but I can tell you this. I know what his order is going to be if he wins. It's going to be, there's a coffee shop across the street. And what is it, Jesse? What's it? He likes the croissant.
It's an egg croissant.
Right.
Yeah, it's like an egg thing, egg and cheese baked into like a Danish croissant thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And he sits there and he eats it. And it's, I don't know if you've ever seen somebody smile while eating and not break the smile, but it's Steve's favorite thing in the whole world.
He loves it. All right, I'm going to do my bracket.
All right, get started.
And Steve will get back here when he can. So I'm just going to move Connecticut all the way up. Northwestern, San Diego, Auburn is going to win there.
Now, what's your strategy here, Jesse?
I'm familiar with some of the teams based on the limited research I did over the last couple weeks.
Okay.
So I kind of have a feel for who I want to advance and who I think is going to advance. Illinois here. What's that, Matt?
I said ew. You picked BYU.
I did pick BYU. I think they're better than Duquesne.
Duquesne, guys.
Duquesne University.
Come on.
We're going to pick Drake. I like that pick, Maddie. And Drake's also going to beat Iowa State in the second round. One thing that's always helpful for everybody out there picking your brackets, more bigger upsets happen in the second round than the first round. Mm-hmm. A lot of people like going out in the first round and picking huge upsets and that sort of stuff. But oftentimes you'll see the bigger upsets happen in the second round. Even though in the last couple of years we've seen some crazy 1 versus 16 knockoffs. But the second round picks some more big upsets. So I'm going to go with North Carolina, Michigan State, St. Mary's, Alabama. I'm just picking a lot of favorites here. Clemson, Baylor, Nevada, Arizona. So only one upset there in the West. In the Midwest, it's Purdue, Utah State. Mm-hmm. No, let's go with the 9, TCU. McNeese, love me some McNeese. Stanford over Kansas, South Carolina, Creighton, Texas, Tennessee. I'm going to move Creighton all the way up to that spot. Purdue, I already know, is going to get to the Elite 8. McNeese is going to beat Samford. I still call them Samford. And South Carolina loses to Creighton. Texas beats Tennessee beats Creighton. So there you go. Got my Midwest sorted. It's Purdue versus Creighton in the Midwest. Purdue, McNeese, Creighton, Tennessee in the Elite 8. Up in the South, let's do Texas A&M versus Houston. Houston goes to the Elite 8. Then we got, coming out of the bottom side of the bracket, it'll be Florida upset, NC State upset, upset Kentucky there. Florida, Houston in the Elite 8. In the South, Wisconsin knocks off Duke. Connecticut makes it to the Elite 8 out of the East. And then we got Drake, Connecticut. Connecticut goes to the Final Four. Houston Final Four. Purdue Final Four. So that's 3 1 seeds plus Arizona in the Final Four. And on the other side, North Carolina loses to Michigan State. Alabama, I don't care about nothing but the Tide, gets to the Elite 8, plays Arizona. Then we get an Arizona-Purdue final. Purdue knocks off Arizona is my guess, and it's going to be in 83 to 87. No, let's go 77 to 87. Purdue over Arizona. That is my bracket. I'm missing one pick here.
Back in.
Hey, get over here, Steve. Where did I miss Oh, there we go. Clemson, Baylor. So there we go.
Wow.
63 to 63. Did that pretty
nailed
quick.
it.
Yeah.
I think you did a great job.
Let's go.
So, Steve, we decided top place. There's going to be there's 4 brackets here. Mm-hmm. Top place is the winner, obviously. Last place is the loser. Mm-hmm. Last place on the day after the tournament, when all of our points are counted, has to come in and buy something for first place from a coffee shop across the street.
I will accept that from you two.
What will you get, Steve, when you win?
You 3.
What will you get?
I'll probably order a double shot cappuccino made lactose free.
Mm-hmm. And that's it?
That's it?
I might even treat myself to a little bit of sugar and a scone.
Oh, scone. We thought you were going egg croissant.
When you weren't here, we talked about your egg croissant that you love so much.
I do like the egg croissant. Yeah, but it depends on which coffee place we're going to.
Well, we're going to the whatever one you want.
But they have an egg croissant too.
I'm
gonna go scone. Let's not fuck this up.
Okay.
Thank
you guys for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, this is
a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see who wins, because here's the great thing is it doesn't matter. It's just dumb luck.
Honestly, out of all of us, I think Jesse's picks were pretty good.
They were good, actually. He did some research, which is better than the rest of us could say.
You research your March Madness picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of some stuff, you want some more tips for March Madness, I did a video on this channel last night about the 2 teams that I think are the only two teams that could really have a shot at winning the title, because the last 5 champions, or the last years of champions, they all fall under these 5 stats, and these 2 teams qualify for all 5 of those categories. So go check out that video if you're interested in more March Madness tips.
Love it.
Moorhead and Longwood.
Hit subscribe if you like this. Like if you like the video. If you really like it, hit subscribe. Tell a friend.
Subscribe harder.
Victory puppies. All right. See you later.
Bye.
The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
Jesse Blake, the guy that likes to hear his name twice in one sentence. Sure, I know him. No, he doesn't have an ego at all.